So, are your brains hungry for a snack? Here it comes, a new portion of some tricky and cool riddles. Emily celebrated her birthday on a skyscraper rooftop, hey, don't look down, and invited her friends Jack, Olivia, and Ethan. They decided to make some fruit salad, but the pineapple for the salad magically disappeared. Jack said he didn't even see any pineapple. Ethan mentioned he only ate apples, and Olivia insisted she was allergic to pineapples, so she'd never take any. Who's lying? Olivia! You can see a pineapple in her backpack. So she probably doesn't have an allergy or took it as a prank. The casting director is holding auditions for Mason, Ava, and Noah. They each received the script in advance, and the director asked them to read a passage. Mason reads flawlessly, Ava stumbles over one line, and Noah doesn't mess up but is constantly glancing at his pocket. The director then says, "One of you didn't rehearse in advance and can't work with me." So who didn't receive a job that day? It was Noah. He relied on the hidden script in his pocket and didn't actually rehearse. Nora stands at the entrance to a botanical maze and sees 3 gates. Behind the first one is sand. Behind the second one are thorny rose bushes. And behind the third one is a sunny clearing. She knows the exit is by water, but she must avoid thorns and direct sunlight. Which gate should she choose? She should choose the first gate, leading to the sand. Since it's a shoreline, the water must be nearby. Someone took a gourmet chocolate bar from the fridge in the office kitchen. Colleagues Sam, Brooke, and Tyler each have an alibi. Sam says he was in a meeting. Brooke claims she only had salad for lunch, and Tyler insists he only took fruit. The owner of the chocolate from a different department finds a wrapper from that very bar under someone's desk. Who ate the chocolate? It was Brooke. Her photo is on the desk, and a salad-only lunch would never leave behind a chocolate wrapper. A police dispatcher reports over the radio that they must stop a pregnant woman who has just stolen a scooter. 3 such women are riding straight toward him. He pulls them all over, and each insists she urgently needs to get to the hospital to give birth. But one of them is blatantly lying. Can you guess which? The woman on the pink scooter is lying. She isn't wearing a helmet, isn't actually pregnant, and simply shoved a helmet under her dress to pretend she was pregnant and avoid suspicion. Iris, Peter, and Connor share an apartment. Only one of them, Iris, has a tablet, and it goes missing. Peter says he popped into her room and touched nothing, and Connor claims he only saw Iris's tablet once when he brought in the mail. Who has the tablet? It's Connor. He doesn't have a tablet, but there's an empty box from a tablet cover next to his bed. He most definitely took it from Iris and wanted to replace the cover to pretend it was his. Stan is building a new house for his family. He visits the construction site to check it out. Someone has broken an expensive antique mirror. Only 3 people had access to the house. The supervisor says, "I was feeling sick yesterday, so I went home earlier and don't know anything." The interior designer says, "Yesterday, the mirror was fine. I took some photos if you don't believe me." The mover says, "Yesterday, I spent the entire day at the construction supermarket." Well, who's lying? The designer. You can see a reflection in one of her selfies. The mirror is clearly broken. Liar, liar, pants on fire. 5 friends escape to a country house for the weekend. The first one is reading a book. The second one goes fishing. The third one plays chess with his bestie. And the fourth cooks dinner. What is the fifth friend doing at this time? He is playing chess with his bestie. An old man lived in a 9-room apartment. He had a clock in every room. One Saturday evening at the end of October, he changed all her clocks to wintertime and went to bed. There was a scary storm at night. When he woke up the next morning, he found that only 2 dials showed the correct time. Why? Seven of the 9 clocks were electronic. During the night storm, there was a power surge and the clocks went off. And only 2 were mechanical, so they showed the correct time the next morning. Somebody was stealing important documents from the office. The guards didn't see anyone, nor did the secretary. The boss decided to review the security cameras to find out who was doing it. They checked the footage carefully and found out who it was. Can you guess? It's the woman in the red dress. When she was leaving the office, she had 2 folders in her hands. At the beginning of the day, she had only one. There's a village where all the people are related and live really long. Among them, there are 7 brothers, and they were all born 3 years apart. The youngest brother is 100 years old now. How old is his oldest brother? He's 118. Looking great for his age, huh? One day, Liam wanted to crack the code to his sister's locked diary. She always left clues, and this time there were 3 odd words scribbled on a napkin. Light, icing, amber. Can you figure out this code? It's Liam. His own name is the code. Ah, his sister must love him a lot. Brittany checks into a fancy hotel. She calls room service and orders a vegan dinner set. 15 minutes later, someone knocks on her door. She looks through the peephole first and realizes the waitress is fake. How did she know that? The waitress is fake because she didn't know that Brittany ordered a vegan meal and brought her a steak. Bob was driving through the woods and ran out of gas. He saw a cabin and decided to ask for help. When he got there, he found 3 people inside. They offered him food and shelter, but only if he agreed to stay there forever. Why? Looks like he stumbled upon a group of runaway criminals. They were afraid that he would tell others about their location. Vicky changes the password on the office door to avoid theft. She leaves this little clue for all of her colleagues. Can you guess the correct code? To solve this mystery, you should calculate the number of each given letter in the alphabet. A means 1, B stands for 13, B 2, and so on. So the final password is 1 13 2 5 18. A police officer is chasing Jack, who has just robbed a jewelry store. The teenager sneaks into the nearest school. The officer notices Jack's hoodie by one of the doors and enters the classroom. There, she sees 4 students who look like Jack. Can you decide who's the real robber? This one is Jack. He has neither books nor pens on his desk. Which of these riddles was the hardest for you? Let us know in the comments below. That's it for today. So hey, if you pacified your curiosity, then give the video a like and share it with your friends. Or if you want more, just click on these videos and stay on the bright side.